So here we're combining like terms. Who's alike? So what do I put? 6xy and then what? Say what? Plus 7xy. Hold on, let's do all of the combinations first. Then we'll do the math later. Okay, who else goes next? What do I put? You always have to put the minus or the plus, whatever's there. You have to put an operator. Minus 4xz minus 5xz. Thank you for not saying two signs. You knew to choose the one that would overpower the other. And then what? 9zw 3zw. Now do the math. What do you get? 13. Say the middle term again. 9xz minus 6zw. That's your final answer. Okay, what about the other one? What do I do? Group. Change the second group to what? Change signs. So everything here gets changed. Positive 5x squared, positive, and this also gets changed. 16, and what about this? Does it stay the same? No, everything changes and this becomes a negative 4x. Now who do I write first? Negative x squared plus what? 5x squared. Good, keep going. Minus 4x. Thank you for not saying two signs. And then plus 9 plus 16. Good. Now we do the combination of like terms. Negative x squared plus 5x squared is what? Good. 4x squared. Then what goes in the middle? Plus 2x. Thank you for keeping it positive. Then what? Plus 25. All right, multiplying polynomials. Do you want to distribute or do the box method? Distribute. Okay, start distributing. Who goes first? X times 2x gives me what? Good, y'all. Then what goes next? Wait. Do the x by everything over here first. X and 6. So what do I put? Plus 6x. Do not forget the operator. Now it's time for the negative 5 and the 2, which is negative 10x. Good. And then the last multiplication problem. Negative 5 times is negative 30. Okay, now what do you get? Okay. Bring down the 2x squared and then put minus 4x. Good. And then, good, y'all. Done. Okay, number 4. Let's do the box. So we can see it two different ways. Sometimes the box works better for others, sweetheart. No, you do not have to do both. Good question. You do what works best for you. I'm not saying you have to do it this way or you have to do it this way. You have to show work so that I can see that you understand. Okay, well then don't worry about the box for this one right now. You can cover your ears. Okay, right here, what do we put? 3n squared. What do we put here? Negative 12n. You went down. That's okay. What do we put here now? Plus what? 2n. And then what goes here? Negative 8. Good. Now let's do the terms in order by degree. 3n squared. What next? Minus 12n. plus 2n minus 8. Combine like terms. Good. You combined the middle and got negative 10. Now, if I don't know what this is, I need to put this in Desmos. Negative 12 plus 2. This is the only thing that I can put in Desmos here. I cannot type in n. And then minus 8. Put a box around it, you're done. Okay, for here, area. What did I say we were doing for area? Can I get somebody to erase this off the board, please? You don't have to do the box. Remember, the box is not mandatory. The work is. Okay? So area is length times width or base times height. What's my length? And what's my width? Okay, let's distribute x times x, or 2x. X times negative 4. 2 times 2x plus 4x, and then 2 times negative 4. Good, y'all. What happens to the middle terms? They go away because there's 0 pair. Who's left? Good. All right, factoring out the GCF, what goes into 32 and 56? That's the biggest one. 1 and 32, 2 and 16, 4 and 8, 1 and 56, 2 and 28, 3 and nothing, 4 and 14, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 is it. 8 will be divided, so we put it on the outside of our parentheses. How many times does 8 go into 32r? I'm sorry, r squared. 4r squared would be left once you divide. And then 56 divided by 8. Then we're done. We undistributed. Okay, the next one, negative 42x squared plus 63x. Bigger. 1 and 42. 2 and 21. 3 and, good. No 4, no 5. What about 6? If 3 goes in there, then 6 will most likely go in there. 6 times what? 7. 63. 1 and 63. 2 won't work, but 3 will. 3 and what? How much? 21. Y'all better use those calculators. 63 divided by 3. Then what? Will 4 work? 5, 6, 7. 7 works. Y'all better know your times tables. What goes into, how many times does 7 go into 63? 9 times. Okay, who's the greatest common factor? 21. Make it negative. Do they both have an x? How many x's minimum do they share? Nuh-uh. This doesn't have 2 x's. This has just an x. So 1x, or x to the first power. How many times does negative 21 go into negative 42? 2. And then how many x's will be left? Good. And then how many times does 63 divide by negative 21? Negative 3 times, because a negative times a negative equals a what? Positive. Now, if you had a positive 21x, what does that say about everything else inside the parentheses? Not negative, but it has to do what? It has to be the opposite. So this becomes a negative 2x, and this becomes a positive 3. Either or. But you got to know, you got to recognize both. All right, let's go to the back. Oops, I already did that one. Just kidding. Oops, I already did that one too. Dang, where's the one that I haven't done yet? No, I'm not going to do it on yours. Nice try though, real cute. Here we go. Factoring trinomials. Okay, we want to do the reverse box method. Does the reverse box confuse you too? X squared and negative 24. We're X and X, good. And then how do I get to negative 24 and still make 5? Negative 3x and 8x, good. So how do I get from x to negative 3x? By negative 3. And how do I get from x to 8? Positive 8. Now who are my factors? You know, x squared. The factors are on the top. Who are my factors? X minus 3. And then who's the other factor? X plus 8. That's better than splitting the middle, no? Okay, the middle will still split. You just got to know what goes into 24. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8. This right here will give me my 5. 4 and 6. Okay, I got to know I'm either adding or subtracting, because if they did 8 plus 3, then I would have gotten what? Was 8 plus 3? It is not.
8 plus 3.
8 plus 3 is 11. Okay. All right, over here. Who's my A times C? Because that's the most important part. Over here, my A times C was negative 24. But over here, it's going to be what? 20. So I need two terms to give me 20 when I add or subtract. I'm sorry, two terms to give me 9 when I add or subtract, and 20 when I multiply or divide. So yes, we can. 1 and 20, 2 and 3, 4, and that's it. Reverse box. 2 and 10x squared. Split the middle to get 9, which over here will give me 9. 4x and 5x. Good. What do 10x squared and 5x have in common? 5 what? 5x, put him on top. 5x times what gives me 10x squared? 2x. Do you see how I'm doing the backwards box method? Because I know that these two, when I multiply, will give me 10. Now I need something to multiply to give me 5x. 5x times what gives me 5x? Where do I put the 1? Where? On the bottom, right here. Plus 1. And then what gives me 2? 4. 2x times what gives me 4x? 2. So put a plus 2 up here. Make your two factors. Who's across the top? 2x plus 1. 5x plus 2. You just did the reverse box method. You still need A times C. Hold on.